All right, guys, so we are up and running, and we're just going to go through this changelog as it is presented. New features: press and hold the side button to launch the digital assistant. Now, this is something that you could kind of work around with a good lock module and make it work, but now it is absolutely built in. So if I hold down my power button, what should happen is there's my pop-up for Google Gemini. It's asking me to basically, yeah, do you want to use Gemini? Sure. Now, this does mean that if you hold your power button, you're not going to get your power menu anymore, but if you swipe down to your notification shade and your quick settings, you'll see a little power button right there. That's going to be the easiest way to do that going forward. If you jump into advanced features and look for side button, you can actually customize this a little bit. What's weird is long press says Bixby, but it definitely did launch Gemini, the digital assistant from Google. So I'm going to change that setting. Maybe that's a little bit of a bug there. You can also change it back to the power menu if you don't like that. The next one here says call recording summary converted to text. Nothing really to show you there. Create your own stickers and images. Now, I may be wrong about this because that's a little bit vague, but if you pull out your sidebar and you see drawing assist, this is now a new thing. It's not what it used to be on the Z Fold 6, which was just basically sketched image. You quickly draw something and it would try to generate it. This is much more akin to Pixel Studio on Pixel devices, where you have different styles down here at the bottom. Not as many as Pixel Studio has, but still, you can sketch something. You can, which you can see that option there, you can actually grab another image that is on your device and use that as a reference, or you can type in a description and it's going to try to generate that based on what you gave it. So we'll try this here. So we've got a photo of the dog. We're going to go with a 3D cartoon, and ideally it should give me a 3D cartoon that kind of does look like my dog looked like in that picture. But again, you could go ahead and you could type things in as well to kind of guide what it's going to generate. That's not the best thing in the world. It's a dog. It's not quite the same, but you get the idea. From there, you can do some cool things like copy it, share it, download it, or the sticker option, which is going to try to cut it out in some way and then save it as a sticker. So the next one here says summarize the web page. Now, I'm assuming that this is meant to be done inside their browser. I don't actually know if this is new. For some reason, I felt like they had something like this already. Maybe I'm wrong. It's very hard to keep track of all these things. But there is this new browsing assist button, or there is this browsing assist button. Maybe it's not new. But there's a summarize option. So let's actually go into an article here on my website, and we will do the summarize option. And it theoretically is going to quickly give you a summary of that page, that web page, saving you time. Edit video sounds as you like. So this is something that we have on the S25 as well. Let's quickly take a look. Okay, so I've downloaded a video from my Google Photos account. Erase unwanted sounds with audio eraser. Let's go ahead and click on this, and maybe I can give you like a before and after. Let's see how well this actually works. I think this was a pretty windy day. Making you nervous? Now we'll try turning the eraser on. It's going to analyze the sound. And you can see here, voices, wind, noise. So let's turn the wind down. Making you nervous? There's a grocery bag in the tree from the wind. That is actually pretty darn impressive. That wind noise was absolutely gone. And like I said, you can do more than that. You can also just sort of like accentuate the voices, boosting them. You can kind of move this around however you want. And there is also this auto version, which is going to try to kind of do what it thinks makes sense for you. And lastly, in terms of new features, we have natural language-based search within the settings. So what does that mean? If I come up here to my little search option and I click on it, I could say something like, my screen is too bright. And it's going to give you options based on that. Dim wallpaper when dark mode is on, adaptive brightness. It's going to find things that make sense based on that natural language. And then, of course, we do have a series of bug fixes. I'm not going to go through all of them, but you can see them right there on the screen where my cursor is right now. I will add that if you want to see a full list of everything that's been added to the Galaxy Z Fold 6 through these One UI 7 betas, I'll drop a link to that earlier video down below, because these are just the latest things. There's a whole lot more prior that I think is worth looking at. As always, if you want to jump into this beta, go into the Samsung Members application. You're looking for a banner up here at the top of the screen. If this will decide to load, you can see that I've actually already entered the beta program. Let's go to the Samsung Members app. You'll see it, like I said, right here at the top. Click on that, follow the instructions, and you will be in the beta. Within a few minutes, you can check for an update, and it's going to download. In my experience, it seems as though things are pretty stable and working pretty darn well. Otherwise, you're probably going to be waiting until April for this update to roll out. Samsung had actually made a blog post saying it would be, I believe, April the 10th. Strangely, though, that post doesn't seem to be live anymore, so maybe that means it's being delayed again. I have no idea, but yeah, like I said, you can pretty easily join this beta and just use it as it is for right now. When it's coming officially, your guess is as good as mine. Guys, thanks for watching. Subscribe for more content just like this, and until next time, stay nerdy, my friends.